Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn chapter number 8, the adjective. Students, adjectives are describing words. They describe a noun or a person, place or thing, and adjectives gives information about size, shape, age, color, origin or materials. So, now let us see what is adjective. What is the definition of adjective? Here we can see an adjective is a part of speech which describes, identifies, or quantifies a noun or a pronoun. For example, he was wearing a blue shirt. There are 7 rooms in the house. Here, blue 7 are adjectives. We can see more example also. Ansh is an intelligent boy. Calcutta is a big city. I bought 5 oranges. He is an honest man. Here, the words intelligent, big, 5 and honest describing a boy, city, oranges and man are the adjectives. So these are the things or adjectives of in this chapter. Come let us see adjectives. Adjectives are modifiers. They modify nouns. They tell us more about nouns or pronouns. Adjectives can be located by asking questions to the nouns like what kind, which one, how many, how much, etc. We can ask many questions about in this adjectives. Come let us see the kinds of adjectives. There are 8 kinds of adjectives. How many kinds of adjectives? There are 8 kinds of adjectives. Here number 1 proper adjectives, number 2 adjectives of quality, number 3 adjectives of quantity, number 4 numeral adjectives, number 5 interrogative adjectives, number 6 distributive adjectives, number 7 demonstrative adjectives, number 8 possessive adjectives. So dear students, come let us see a little bit briefly about this kinds of adjectives. Before going that, we will see that here. An adjective is a word. Adjective is a word which modifies a noun or a pronoun by adding something to its meaning. An adjective can be used in 2 different ways. One is number 1 attributive use, number 2 predicative use. Here number 1 attributive use when adjective is used along with the noun as an attribute. So it is called attribute nouns. For example, the lazy girl failed. Here lazy is an attributive word. Number 2 predicative use when adjective is used along with the verb and forms part of the predicate. For example, the girl was lazy. Here, the girl was lazy. Lazy is a predicative word. So, these are the difference between attributive word and predicative word. Come let us see. Number 1, proper adjectives. Proper adjectives are formed from proper nouns, especially from the names of places and persons, etc. For example, number 1, Indian women make faithful wives. Here, India is a proper adjectives. For example, name of places, continents, countries, states and cities, etc. So it was always capitalized like Russia, Africa, China, etc. Number 2, adjectives of quality. So we will ask always what kind of a person, what kind of the things this was. So an adjective of quality is an adjective that describes the quality of a person or think. For example, Aristotle was a wise man. Number 2, Ashoka was a great king. Here, wise and great are the quality of the person. So, the words wise, great are adjective of quality. They add to meaning of nouns. Aristotle and king. They show the quality or kind of nouns which they qualify. So always we will ask what kind of the person, what kind of the things. So like that we will ask the adjectives of quality. If anything will buy the market, we will ask the quality of the things or person, whatever may be. So number 3, adjectives of quantity. How much? How much rice? How much potatoes? So we'll ask always the quantity of the things. An adjective that describes the quantity of a noun is called adjective of quantity. For example, number 1, Mani brought some rice. Number 2, he has much money. Here, some, much are the adjectives of quantity. Adjectives some, little, much, whole, enough. It was shows how much of a thing is meant. Such adjectives are adjectives of quantity. Number 4, numeral adjectives. A numeral adjectives shows how many number of persons or things are meant. So here, for example, we can see many boys were present today. I have 4 apples. Here, many and 4 are mentioning about the numbers. Adjectives many, all, 4, 5, first and second show how many persons or things there are or in what order they stand. Such adjectives are called adjectives of number. How much or in what order? So we will ask such a questions. It is called numeral adjectives. Number 5, interrogative adjectives. Interrogative adjectives are used with nouns to ask always questions. So we'll see that here. Number 1, which car is yours? Number 2, whose book is this? Here, which and whose are interrogative adjectives. Why? It is always asking questions. So, adjectives which, whose, what are used with nouns to ask questions. Such adjectives are called interrogative adjectives. Number 6, distributive adjectives. Here, it describes that the persons, things named or taken separately. So, it is called distributive adjectives. For example, number 1, each student was fined rupees 100. Number 2, either team can win the match. So, here each and either are distributive adjectives. So, adjectives each, neither, either, every. It was shows that the person or things taken singly or separately. So, it is called distributive adjectives. Number 7, demonstrative adjectives. Here, an adjective used to point out a person or a thing we speak about is known as demonstrative adjectives. So, for example, we can see this boy is my nephew. Those pencils are yours. Here, these two words are called demonstrative adjectives. So, it was demonstrating briefly. Adjectives this, that, these, those, or, and such are the words or demonstrative adjectives. They point out which person or things are meant. So it is called demonstrative adjectives. Number 8, possessive adjectives. Here, there are some interrogative adjectives. For example, my, are, your, their, etc., which are termed as possessive adjectives. They show possession or relationship. For example, this is my pen. Laila is her friend. So we can say many examples. Possessive adjectives. So when we are saying is mine, their, your, are, it is called possessive adjectives. Come, let us see degrees of comparison. So here there are three kinds of degrees. Number one, positive degree. Number two, comparative degree. Number three, superlative degree. So number one, positive degree shows no comparison. Comparative degree shows comparison between two by adding er. Third, superlative degree show comparison with more than two by adding est. So for example, we can see positive degree tall, comparative degree taller, superlative degree tallest, positive degree busy, comparative degree busier, superlative degree busiest. So positive degree good, comparative degree better, superlative degree best. So these are the difference between these three kinds of degrees: positive degree, comparative degree, superlative degree. So like this, so many words are in our book. Dear students, I hope that you all understood what is the kind of adjectives. What is the kind of adjectives and what is the difference between the degrees. Okay, so degrees of comparison. Thank you. Have a nice day.